Yo, 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 yo. Welcome to the remix with Cali Dre. And I'm your host, Cali Dre in the motherfucking building, man. I definitely appreciate y'all for tapping in with me. You know what I'm saying? We're going to bring this good news, good politics, good stories all around the world right to you, right to your face, man. We're going to sit back. We're going to talk about it. So, let's get right to it, man. I appreciate y'all for tapping in with me. Let me know where y'all watching from, man. What city, what state, you know what I mean? What project, what borough, you know what I mean? Let me know. You know what I'm saying? This the remix with Cali Dre, you know what I mean? So just wanted to pop out a little bit for y'all, man, today. We ain't gonna get too downfield on things, man, but it was a couple stories that I wanted to talk about. And yeah, here we are. So, man, I'm your motherfucking host, doing the motherfucking most. So sit back, roll up, pull up, you know what I mean? Do what y'all gotta do, you know what I'm saying? But we gonna break this, down, man. We're gonna get a little political today. You know what I mean? First and foremost, also, shout out to Dr. King, this being Martin Luther King Day. You know what I mean? Dr. King was most definitely a great example of how we supposed to live our life. You know what I mean? And so we definitely want to give him his flowers for all the accomplishments and all the sacrifices that he made, not only for our civil rights, but also, just for getting us all, closer, one step closer to seeking that equality that we all would like to have. You know what I mean? I think, Dr. King, along with a lot of other civil rights leaders, were all very instrumental in that. And so I want to watch this little video, man. I just pulled up, just found this little video. It's a couple minutes. And we're gonna tap in a little bit on what Dr. King is all about, just for a quick second. You know what I mean? Just for a quick second. But let me know where y'all tapping in from. You know what I mean? This is the remix with Cali Dre. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Everybody on Twitch, everybody on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? The TikTok MAGA Mongrels. You know what I mean? Hey, I ain't forgot about y'all. You know what I mean? I ain't forgot about y'all. We go get to it in the back chat all day long and all night long. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's what this channel is all about, man. Got a lot of good content for you. And so yeah, we're gonna lay a little bit of it down, man. But before I do, you know what I mean, I've been having some trouble with my intros. If you've been watching the last couple shows, you probably know that, man. I've been having some trouble with my intros. So I'm going to start this show how I've had to start the last couple shows, you know what I'm saying, with the OG himself, Vietnam veteran, putting all these ICE agents to shame, man. You know what I mean? This my guy right here. This is my guy right here. You know what I'm saying? This is my guy right here. The views of OG are the views of this channel, and we support OG wholeheartedly, man. So let's get right to it, man. This is the remix with Cali Dre.
They're fucking up this community. You can go home safe, but no, you're here to terrorize this city. A bunch of bitches if I've ever seen a bunch. And I'm telling you to your face. And if you don't like it, fuck you.
Let's go. Let's go, OG. Yeah, let's go. Let me put myself back on the big show. You know what I mean? Let's go. OG got me turned up, man. That's a military veteran right there, giving ICE a piece of his motherfucking mind, man. And he didn't hold back. He's standing on all 10, and we standing on all 10 too with what we rocking and what we believe in. You know what I mean? So salute to OG, man, for his service. And for everything that he has been able to do for our country. You know what I mean? It's people like this that make a difference for the country. And these are the people that, if they unhappy, we should listen to why they unhappy. You know what I mean? But we're gonna dig more into that politics a little bit later, man. I want to watch this little video I just found, man. I haven't pre-watched it yet, so we're gonna watch it together. But it says the life and times of Dr. Martin Luther King. It's only a couple of minutes, but this being Dr. King Day, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to hit y'all with a little bit of this. Let's see how accurate this video is. Like I said, I haven't pre-watched it, so y'all let me know what its accuracy and its precision looks like. But we're going to watch this video real quick, honoring Dr. King. Salute to everybody on this Martin Luther King Day, man. Get the lights up. It's the remix with Cali Dre. Reliving the history of Dr. King. Very influential, man. His influence stretches across space and time. Salute to Dr. King and Miss Coretta Scott King and the whole King family. Salute to everybody. It's the remix with Cali Dre. Reliving a little bit of history. Dr. King, the life of a great man. Get the likes up. Mr. Remix with Cali Dre. Get the likes up. Appreciate y'all rocking, man. So that was a little bit of history of the legendary, impactful Dr. Martin Luther King. He had a huge influence on, on so many lives, everyone's lives, really. His peaceful message, his unwillingness to accept things for what they were at the time, and his continuous belief in the people, his continuous belief that the people were worthy of all the sacrifices that he was making, man. And if you really think about it, so I grew up, a lot of people that know me know this, but I grew up, two of my three grandparents made it to over 100 years old. Two of my three grandmothers, I should say. And they, one being 104, I think one died at about 102. And my mom's mom is 80 years old. So I have a lot of older uncles and grandparents and stuff like that I talk to, but the reason why I bring that up is because, when we look at the struggle, when we look at, civil rights movement and things like that, we think that a lot of that stuff was like so far gone, so far removed, right? And I remember growing up just talking to my grandparents just about, living through the civil rights movement and how they had to cope with, the segregation and the humiliation and the racism that was going on and taking place, not only during that time, but prior to that time, and so it's not as far away as everybody thinks, man. And that's the reason why a lot of what we see today has historical relevance, because it wasn't really that long ago, right? We're only like one generation removed from the civil rights movement, to be honest with you, so we always got to keep that in mind, man, and stay connected to the history, stay connected to the struggle, and stay connected and learn those lessons from the past. Salute by you, Black. I see you just jumped in here. You know what I mean? I'm gonna pin the link for you, man, because we definitely gonna talk some politics today, but I wanted to just make sure I gave Dr. King his props on his day on my show. You feel me? Get the likes up. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. By you, I put that link in the chat, man. You want to jump in here? Come holler at me. Anybody, you know what I mean? This is an open platform today. I got a little show lined up that I want to do, but I also have a couple of guests that I want to bring up. So if they pop up, you know, we're gonna go in another direction. But salute to y'all, man. This the remix with Kelly Dre. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Happy Dr. King Day to everybody. I hope y'all celebrating. Hope y'all relaxing, pulling up, living this American dream that that Dr. King wanted us to live out. You know what I mean? Because we in our generation are probably closer to living out that dream than any of our previous ancestors, man. We got the most technology, we got the most opportunity, and so we got to take advantage of that, man. And that's a part of the reason why I created this platform is so, that I could begin to do that and network with others that are like-minded and, on that same type of mission, man. So I definitely appreciate y'all support. Let me know where y'all rocking from, man. You know what I'm saying? What city, what state, you know what I mean? What country, what borough, you know what I mean? What hood, what ward, you know what I'm saying? Waldy, you know what I mean? Holla at me, babe. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna get into a few things, man. I'm trying to see if my special guest is gonna pull up or am I just gonna run the show? Cause either way, you know what I mean? I'm good to go. You know what I'm saying? It's the remix with Kelly Dre, man. We don't do it no other way, but the right way. You know what I'm talking about? So yeah, man. So I'm gonna get to a little bit of the show, man. If they jump in, then we'll pivot a little bit. But I got a few stories that I want to get to. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna keep y'all too long today. I just got a couple of things that I wanted to tap in with, a couple of stories that I've been looking at, and we're gonna get right to it, man. We're gonna get right to it. You know what I'm saying? Get the likes up, get the cash apps up. This the remix with Kelly Dre. Oh, okay, hold up. Okay. Oh, okay. So one of my special guests did decide to show up, man. So you guys may have heard us on the 3 Mods 1 Mic podcast on it's Toya Baby channel, Skull Gang Toya. Salute to the Skull Gang. Salute to Skull, man. Go subscribe to Skull channel as well, man. Just say no to Skull. He kicking out dope content. Toya, it's Toya Baby. She kicking out dope content. But my man right here is been my partner for a while, man. You know, one of my Xbox partners. You know what I'm saying? We get on that box and get to it. You know what I'm saying? But he is, I'll let him describe himself. You know what I'm saying? I'll get up here and let him describe himself. But he's more right leaning than I am, right? I'm more left leaning, I would say, and he probably would say he's more right leaning. So I'm gonna let him get up here, man, and pop his shit a little bit, man. It's my man Bayou Black. Add you to the stage.
What's up, bro?
Salute, man. What up?
Hey,
what up?
First off, congratulations. I see what you're doing. I love that.
Appreciate it, fam.
That's it. Let's good. Like you say, hey, you kind of to the left, I'm to the right, but we still in the same boat. We good.
Most definitely, man. And so this is one of the right leaning people that I chop it up with from time to time, man. Y'all think I know all my TikTok MAGA mongrels over there, y'all all in my damn comments and shit. But I do.
He got a MAGA partner, bro. He got
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Right. You know what I mean? So just to let y'all know, I'm definitely gonna stand on what I stand on and pop mine all day. But I do tap in with y'all side and see what's going on. And
you still got everybody to the barbecue over here. We burning right now, boy. We good. But it's
let them know, man.
Today, bro. It's MLK Day today, bro. Shout out to MLK.
Most definitely, man. Most definitely. Yeah, I just ran a MLK video, a little history of MLK video, man, that I thought was pretty impactful. You know what I mean? But I just wanted to make sure I got that out the way first, man. We're gonna give MLK his props for sure, first and foremost. And now we can get into a little bit of the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Now we can get into it. Yeah, get the likes up, man. This the remix with Kelly Dre. I appreciate my man Bayou Black for stopping in. When we gonna get right to it, man. You know what I mean? So, as some of you may know, we've been putting on a show. We've been working on some content. 3 Mods 1 Mic. Bayou Black, myself, and Skull Gang Toya is Toya Baby. And so we a part of the vision that I have for that platform and for that content was so that we could get both sides, right? So that we could hear what both sides are thinking, what and see if we can come to some common understanding, basically, right? And so that's why I got Black in here today, man. And so I'm gonna let Black tell y'all a little bit about his political affiliations and where he leans and what he believes, and if he believes that the current administration is doing a good job right now. So go ahead and take it over for a little bit, Black.
All right, appreciate it. All right. little bit about me, like I say, I'm hard right. I grew up Democrat values, watched the family do that, joined the military, started experimenting with stuff, and I learned to think for myself. Like I don't knock anybody who on the left side, long as you're making that decision yourself. I notice people tend to go with the crowd rather than be alone. And I kind of just took a different approach to everything. I'm okay being by myself if it's something I truly believe in. Now I'm not
Okay.
saying all that politics 100% perfect, but like for what suits to me, it's cool. Now I'm a fan of women's rights. I'm a fan of everybody kind of do what you want.
Okay.
I'm not a
Okay.
fan of you coming from somewhere else telling us how to run this bitch.
Okay.
Uh,
So
military
is that what you
background, like
believe is going on? Is that what you believe is going on in the country right now? Do
no,
you
it's
believe
at a
that? Do you believe that? Do you believe that people are coming over here and trying to instill their way instead of picking up the American way?
true. That's what I really believe. That's how I think it got to the point of this magnitude now. Because like I don't think the problem is you coming over here. The problem is when you coming from another country and we so loving and open arms. Hey man, whatever you bring with you, we'll empathize and understand that. But when you want
Okay.
to start bringing religions that can counter with how we run our stuff and operate, like I say, if everything was so good where you were, why did you leave? And if
Okay.
that's the
Okay.
case, why did you come to America? If you know we got these values and we do X, Y, and Z, and that really didn't fit you, you could have went anywhere else. But you make that
Okay.
trek to come here. So my only interjection is if that's the case, I'm not going to go to another country and tell you, Dre, that's like me coming to your house and telling you, fuck it, you take your shoes off when you come in here. Now I'm like, what? Nigga, this my
Okay.
spot. This me. You
Okay.
need to be fucking doing what I say for you on the way out. I'm eating your
Okay.
best cereal and shit now. Now when your people come over and you like, man, what the snacks at? My new guy done ate them all. No respect for us. He ate everything. He ain't even saved nothing. That'll
Let
get
me
you a
ask you.
little annoyed.
Let me ask you this question, right? Do you think that it's a one sided affair? Like people from other countries that maybe have the immigrant status, they come over here and they take from us, and they're not. Do you believe that they're providing anything? Do you believe they're
Uh,
offering anything? Do you believe they're giving us anything?
now, just like the people here, hey, that's a great question. I'm gonna go back to it, but I want to say this: we got
Okay.
people here who are contributing now. So to say that 100% of the people that come in are going to be a contribution to where we at now, that's
Hmm.
false. So
Okay.
to those that want to come in and embrace that American value of I'm gonna get it out the mud. I'm gonna start the first generation for my family. I'm gonna go bust my ass. You can come in
Okay.
this motherfucker any day of the week if I'm at the door. But if you think you finna jump over me, hey man, I got a big bag of shit that we're gonna do, and you're not gonna be doing this on Sunday because we don't do this where I'm from, and you think I'm gonna be cool with that, you gonna have we need to talk. You can come, but you leave that other shit in your house when you get it. Don't come on the streets with it. Don't do that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
Now
all.
that
That's
makes sense.
all.
Okay, that makes sense. So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. And this the remix with Cali Dre. I got Bayou Black with me. Where you from, Bayou Black? Where you hitting us up from?
I'm in the South region. I'm in the Bible Belt, man.
Okay. Okay. For sure. So let me ask you this, right? Do you agree with the way in which ICE is going about their business? Do you agree with the heavy-handed enforcement of what it looks like to me of a mix of people? They've caught a couple of criminals, but it's been the most of it is what I've seen has been women, children, people working on construction sites, working in food, food supply chain services, people that really weren't in the act of committing a crime, nor many of these people don't have criminal records, and some are American citizens. So how do you feel about ICE's approach and what they're doing?
Okay, now the heavy hand is due to I talked to you nice at first, and you looked at me like I was speaking another language. Like you
Okay.
played on that. So now I'm at the point I have to enforce. Not like you say with the kids and the women and all of that. That should be secondary.
Okay.
But
Okay.
it would be a little more racist to the men if I'm gonna scoop every fucking different man up that ain't American. That's a little crazy.
Okay.
But
But do
me
you?
personally, I think it's
But
working.
okay. You think it's working? Okay. All right. So if you think it's working, what are you measuring that by? Right? What do you think is working?
The crossing of
Are
the
there?
borders, the people that's looking to come to America now, because now you know if you come to America, it's kind of like the substitute teacher out of that bitch now in the teacher bag.
Okay.
And the shit that they used to let slide, you could throw the paper across the house. You ain't getting away with that now. You finna get the fuck out of this class because we got people who teach who came here to learn. They want to learn the system. They want to learn the game so they can take it back home. Now, I don't knock nobody who making money and sending that shit back home. But if you hear fentanyl and trying to make a cartel and the kids can't play in the streets and you fucking deep, man, we ain't going there, bro. We got enough of that shit going on already.
Okay. Nikki 901, salute, Queen. Salute to you. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you for tapping in, man. It's the remix with Kelly Dre. I got my boy Bayou Black in the building. You know what I'm saying? Left right leaning. You know what I'm saying? We call him right leaning Bayou Black, you know what I mean? But you know, we just kicking a little bit of back and forth, man. I did have a show planned for y'all. We might actually still run through some of this content, but I'm just trying to have a good conversation here, man, with my right leaning brother right here and see if we can come to some common understanding about what the state of the country is today, man. And so I
got a question for you when you get a chance, bro.
Yeah, go ahead.
What's your vision of the lens right now?
What's my vision of the lens?
Yeah.
Shit fucked up. What you mean? That's my vision of the lens. You ain't been watching the remix with Kelly Dre, my brother, because listen, on some real shit, man. I think that we have to decide what we are as a country, right? Do we value having our own rights and being able to chart our own course, or are we at a point where one individual is going to make all the unilateral decisions and everybody and nobody's going to do anything and everybody's going to be okay with that, right? And so that are we allowed to say anything about ICE in their heavy-handed approach, right? Are we allowed to say anything about the immigration policy and how it's being enforced? Are we allowed to say anything about prices not performing the way that we were told on day one of this administration? So that's what's kind of at stake to me, man, and that's what I see out here. I see it like a we slipping into a third world country type of space to me. And so, that's kind of what I see. And again, if you watch the remix with Kelly Dre, subscribe to the channel, man. I'm on TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, everywhere you want me to be. I'm over there. You know what I'm saying? But if you watch the show, man, I show a lot of examples of just things that I'm not happy with in the country. And it's not to point blame to anybody. I can only look at the current leadership and what their decision making is, right? But the buck has to stop with somebody, and they in charge right now. So I don't think that we're on a course for success right now, and I can point to a number of different areas where that's true.
I respect it. I got one question for you now. Still staying on the protest tonight. So we see in Iran that they protesting. What did the leader say? Kill every fucking body who oppose my thoughts. Here in America, you can go and say, hey man, I don't like what y'all doing, and it's just that. Hey, we'll argue about it, but you get to go home at the end of the day. True, we have a few accidents here and there, but it's not just going straight with the gun, get the fuck on the ground and I'm killing you type stuff.
Well, here, the interesting thing about what you just said, right? Great comedian, legendary comedian Dave Chappelle just did a stand up that it went viral. Basically, a lot of clips from it went viral. But basically, in his stand up, which I recommend everybody go watch, man, it's a great history lesson, and he's kicking some real game. But in this documentary, you know what I mean, Dave Chappelle, he goes through, and the kind of the premise of the show is he's saying that he got into some trouble by saying that it was easier for him to tell jokes in the Middle East than it is here in America. And and throughout the show he highlights why that is the case. And so if we are supposed to be the freest country, the shining beacon on the hill, the example for the world, and all that jazz that is has been fed to us, growing up in this country, why would a legendary comedian like Dave Chappelle, who I respect a lot, who I think handles his business, who I think views the world in a reasonable way, why would he say that it's easier for him to tell his jokes in the Middle East than it is here in the United States?
Okay, can I jump into that?
Absolutely.
All right, check it out. The kind of satire that Dave Chappelle was talking about was more of those trans jokes. And they don't do that in other countries because, like he said, they don't have that problem. They kind of punish them people for speaking out like that. And in America, you give everybody a voice. So if he tell that joke over here and someone's offended, they can then go get 100 people and be like, hey, I support you. I'm offended too. So in that case, that's why it's harder. You got more opposition on what you can say over here rather than over there. You say it and it's, all right, we agree with that. Good joke. Versus if I talk about trans people here, you'll have a trans line in front of your house ready to kill your ass. That's what I got when he said that. That's why I figured he say it's easier to tell jokes across seas rather than here.
Yeah, and I would recommend everybody go watch that special, man.
Yeah, I saw it. It was good.
You watched it? Okay, yeah. It's real dope, man. It's a lot of good historical context in there. He did a hell of a job on that, man. But yeah, it's the remix with Kelly Dre, man. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me, man. You know what I'm saying? If you on Twitch, if you on Instagram, if you on YouTube, tapping in with us, man, I appreciate it, man. Follow the channels, subscribe to the channel, man. Hit the Cash App, get the likes up, all that, man. Tap in with me, and I'm gonna tap in with y'all. You feel me? I'm just up here rocking with my man Bayou Black, who is a right-leaning individual in this country, who also served in the military. When we appreciate your service for that, my brother.
Appreciate that, bro. Thank you, man.
Let you know that we gonna disagree all day about politics, but one thing we ain't gonna disagree about is my appreciation for your service, man.
It's good, what I mean? And that's why I don't trip on everybody with their opinions. That's what you go fight for, bro. So we can keep this intact. I don't want to see nobody come from nowhere else and tell us, hey, man, now you can't talk like that over here as well.
Yeah.
Like when you draw the line at, that's my question. What do you draw the line at when inviting people in your house?
It's a different thing, right? Like my country is not my personal home. So there are things that I would allow people to do in the country that I wouldn't necessarily let them do in my house. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But as far as the, you know what I mean? As far as the country is concerned, Nikki 901 said, "Thank you for your service, Bayou Black." Absolutely, yeah. You know what I mean? Thank you for your service, man. You know what I mean? But as far as the country is concerned, man, I think that, listen, this is the principles that this country is supposed to be found on, right? We broke away from Europe because we didn't want to have a dictator. And, they didn't want to pay high-ass taxes. And so I think the Boston Tea Party was really all about taxes, you know what I mean, and not paying taxes. But we have it's a funny thing, right? This country is built on it's been a country of immigrants since day one, right? It's been a country that has people, the people making the decisions and representing, the people's interests. But that's not what I see today, right? I see one person in charge. I see he has a party that, is controlling both the House and the Supreme Court, and people are afraid to criticize him, right? And that's my biggest problem with the movement on the right side, right? It's as a left-leaning person, I can criticize everybody over here all day. Y'all did a shit job today. You need to do better, and here's all the areas where you need to do better, and that's expected, right? That's me doing my job as an American citizen. But on the right-leaning side, what I see is people afraid to speak their minds, and people afraid to speak up and say, like, nah, I don't agree with this shit. You know what I'm saying? Or if they do agree with it, some of the stuff that y'all got going on over there, I can't get down with. So,
Right.
For me, it's a couple of things. But at the end of the day, bro, you know, I think we all want what's best for America. How to get there may be how the disagreeing point. You know what I'm saying? But the current trajectory we on now, I don't think is a good course. You can't piss off everybody and think that, you know, that's a good strategy, man. You can't create a bunch of chaos and think that good stuff is gonna come from. We've been chasing around immigrants for 10, 11 months. Have you got a raise at your job? Has there been more jobs open in your state? I've just seen a report that said it's more people that's unemployed than it is jobs to hire them. So you're taking action, you're doing something. That's cool, but is the shit working? You see what I'm saying?
Okay. And with that point, I get you with it. It's like a spinning wheel, and it's not in full motion yet. Just picture it just started spinning. Once everything, so after immigration, what we gonna talk about? You gotta find something else then that's dealt with. You can only deal with something so big like that for so long before it's like, damn, did you do your job yet? And I feel like he attacking it so aggressively to where people could be like, you can lay off a little bit. Nah, goddamn, you on him now, buddy. Shit. We losing all our clients, nigga. I can't even run my business now.
Well, I mean, that's kind of what people on my side foresaw with this whole thing, right? Because the industries that immigrants are very prevalent in are construction, our supply chain, our food manufacturing, our tourism, and these are key industries that we need to keep making money in this country. And you know, again, I think there's this big misconception that people on the left are completely against deporting people or things like that, right? And enforcing immigration enforcement. But our problem is not what you're doing, it's how you're doing it.
Yeah, that's my
thing. Making sure that it's legal, making sure that it's due process, making sure that we're not targeting people who are innocent people just working hard, but we going
and
after
you know how
criminals.
You stop
when
that
when Trump was talking about going after real criminals, nobody on the left had a problem with that. To get all the criminals. Like, I don't think anybody disagrees with that. But when I look at a stat that says 70 to 90% of the people that have been arrested by ICE didn't have a criminal record.
Okay.
That's when I have to start asking questions.
So it's so big and broad like that now because we're going person to person. So what I would do if it was me doing immigration, I'm not looking for the people. I'm going to the company that hires the people. You no longer make fucking money until we get everybody accounted for. That's how you do that. Because they the ones who winning. They hiring the people and paying them under the table like that. It's not a problem from them because they win. So you know what? I'm going to keep it real. I ain't looking for the people. I'm going to the jobs who hiring the people, and we're going to get them straight. We're going to find your ass until you square it away.
There you go. Hey. We got progress on King Day. We got compromise and progress on Dr. King Day, man. Bro. You know what I'm saying? We got progress and compromise on my show. You see, this is what my show is about, baby. Hey, everybody's welcome here. Come bring your opinion. We might actually reach a conclusion that everybody can live with. You know what I'm saying?
Because like you say, some people ain't do shit, and I get that. I truthfully get that. But it's the people who benefiting off of them that's doing worse than the people that they looking for.
I agree. Okay. Yeah. I agree. Let me take it a step further. Let me take it a step further with you, right? And since we talking about the employers that are employing the illegal immigrants, I guess we would call them. Do you believe that these same employers should be required to pay their fair share in taxes?
You fucking right. But they shouldn't pay more because other people can't pay what they could pay though. Like it's like, if I'm $1 million company and the max you can do on me is 10%, I'll pay my 10%. You can't tell me I need to pay 35% because I made $2 million over that $1 million that you telling me I can make. That's good business on me. I'm making up for the 10% you taking from me. But when you tell me I got to pay 35 on the initial 10, I have a problem with that. Versus somebody who not even paying they fucking 1% of $1,000.
So when you so the tax issue can get kind of complicated, man. My overall, I'm gonna try to make it. I'm gonna try to get straight to it and not get too deep in the weeds. But from my research of this whole thing, right, the American people are actually getting double taxed. We're getting taxed at the register, and we're getting taxed in our yearly taxes, right? And that's just two of probably more taxes that, you got consumer tax, you got every time you hit your debit card, it's a tax. Like it's,
Yeah, Social
so
Security is a bunch of shit.
there's a, you know what I mean? And so the consumer is most definitely being double taxed, if not more, right? A lot of these businesses, they have the capability to get accountants and et cetera that makes them effectively pay zero tax, right? And so, again, I have no problem with using your team and working the code to the best of your ability, right? But when it comes to either we're funding social programs or we're giving $40 billion to Argentina, it's just like, okay, that's when you have to start saying, where's the money coming from? Who's not paying their fair share? Why are they not paying their fair share? We have I tell people this all the time. Salute to Joe Biden, salute to Barack Obama, and a little bit of the first George Bush, because I think he actually helped initiate this program. Public Student Loan Forgiveness Program was able to save me over 100 bands on my student loans. You know what I'm saying? So if I look at that and I say, if we could do that for me, why we can't do that for everybody? Right? And that's, then it becomes, where's the money coming from? And so I look at these large multinational corporations and say, if they paid half of the money that they owe, we could send people to school. We could do everything that needs to be done in your state. We could do a lot of stuff that needs to be done in my state and still keep it fair and keep it G. But when I bring this conversation up to my right leaning fan, when I bring this conversation up to my MAGA leaning crowd that hit me up, right? And when I'm doing these shows, they feel like, it's an attack on rich people and it's an attack on wealth and no, it's about paying your fair share. You're paying zero right now.
Well, to the people who not paying zero, why are you telling me I need to pay 35 when I've been paying my 15 and it hasn't been a problem? It's like you're only telling me I need to pay more is because I'm making more than the people who's telling me that they got to pay.
Not in every instance, right? Because if you the reason why you can't go by just percentage, right? So let's say I make 50 grand a year. Let's say you make 200 grand a year, right?
Okay.
10% of my 50 grand is a lot more to me than 10% to your 200 grand. You see what I'm saying? You still got 90% more of your resources and at $100 and some $1,000 left for you to play with. Somebody who's making 50,000, that same 10%, that now they only working with what, 35, 40,000. You know what I mean? So it's just like you have to be fair and equitable in your taxation policy. And people, it's not we're attacking you because you're rich. No, it's because and think about it like this. A lot of these large multinational corporations use community resources. They're using water. They're using the roads. They're using the electricity grid, right? Those are all public resources. So if you really break this shit down, bro, and like I have, and like I've researched this shit for sure, right? There is plenty of justification for these large companies to be paying more and it not being sold as an attack. But that's what currently happens. I think my man Bayou Black then jumped out. Salute to Bayou Black for rocking with me for a minute, man. It's the remix with Kelly J. We just talking some politics right now, man. But yeah, that's how I see the game, right? And so y'all let me know in the comments, man. Like, are y'all okay with large multinational corporations not paying their fair share of taxes? Are y'all okay with that? Are y'all okay with the American people being double taxed at the register? We being taxed by the IRS at the end of the year. So these are all things that when I look at what's going on in the country, man, and I look at how do we fix problems, how do we right size some of these issues, how do we bring funds back into the communities that I live in and that I care about and that I love and that y'all probably support and love too, we have to think about how we do things. We have to rethink how we do things. We have to rethink the tax policy, right? Make wealthier people pay their fair share. That's just what it is, right? We have to think the immigration policy, right? Is it worth our money to be chasing around misdemeanors? Like we spending hundreds of billions of dollars chasing around misdemeanors. Is that financially, fiscally responsible? You know what I mean? Is it fiscally responsible for us to not appreciate what other diverse cultures can bring to this country, right? One of the things that makes America great, man, is we a melting pot. We got a bunch of people from a bunch of different places, a bunch of different styles, a bunch of different. That's what makes us dope. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes other countries want to rock with us. That's what makes other countries leave their homeland and abandon everything to try to come here. You know what I mean? So we can't take that kind of stuff for granted, man. And I think a lot of times we do, and it becomes a blame game and this and that. And nah, bro, that's our strength. That's what makes us. You know what I'm saying? The place to be. You know what I mean? But yeah, salute to Bayou Black, man. I just got on my little political 1-2 real quick, man. Hey, support the channel, man. Get the likes up, get the cash apps up. This the remix with Cali Dre. You know what I mean? I appreciate y'all tapping in from YouTube, from Twitch, Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Let's go, man. Instagram, Instagram mob, man. Get them numbers up. I just started streaming on Instagram Live, man. So definitely appreciate y'all for tapping in. Let's go, man. I thought we got Bayou Black. He came back. Black, you back. Let's go, man. Let's
I had
this
technical
shit.
difficulties. My apologies, man.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good, man. Go ahead. You want to take the floor? You got some things to say? Go ahead, man.
I feel like we getting closer on some stuff. The progression is kind of there. Like it's like,
You there, Black? Can you hear me? Yeah, Black might be still having some technical difficulties, man. Let me get him back. You know what I'm saying? We'll get him back, see if he get his mic back working. But yeah, listen, I've known Black for a number of years. He stand on what he stand on the right leaning stuff, and I thought it was good to try to get him in here today, and see if we can come to some understandings. But that's what it's all about to me, right? You see how a person who's leaning to the left and a person who's leaning to the right, if you really get them on the phone, if you really get them in a room in a conversation, you could probably hash out a few things, right? And that's what we missing right now. It's about the current administration is trying to inflict a bunch of chaos, man. And I'm about to show y'all some videos of that right now. You know what I'm saying? Until we get the people back in motion. Yeah, we got Black. Let's see, we got Black back up here. You worked your technical difficulties out, man.
I think I'm in and out, but I'm here for the most part. I'm receiving calls from everybody. They hit me on the remix with Cali Dre.
Hey, salute to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. Tap in with me, man. Shit, you know what I'm saying? Hey, me casa and su casa. You know how it go.
Tap in with you, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Now we just kicking this political 1-2. Go ahead, Black.
It's cool, like I say. I feel like politics getting to a point now to where, like you say, on the left side is so diverse to a point it's either going to go all in on just straight diversity or they're going to have to walk it back. And on our side, it's going to be, hey, you're too authoritarian. It's starting to feel like a dictatorship. But other than that, it's kind of, if you understand what's going on. So my big thing with the politics is it's about the dollar. We're talking economics with other countries now. This bigger than this.
Okay.
China and Russia wanted to implement the BRIC system, which they're doing a good job with that. They got a few countries that swap the dollar, the petrodollar, and they run out BRICS now as a currency.
Okay. That's
driving the value of our dollar down. So if a dollar was worth 99 pennies, it's worth 78 now.
Okay.
So that was the reason for Trump beating China to the punch with Venezuela, because if Venezuela takes their however many trillions of dollars that they got in oil and converts that from dollars to BRICS, we're done.
Okay.
So that's where that come in. Oh, we want Greenland, we want this and that. It's you gotta fight or the dollar's gonna be done. Then we really gonna have a problem over here.
Okay, so you agree with the play to I would call invade Venezuela, but I mean, go over there to Venezuela, drop bombs and secure their oil and remove their dictator. You in agreement with that?
It could have happened a different way, but time was of the essence.
Okay. Why you feel like time was of the essence?
China was already talking to Maduro. The plan was already in play the same day they came and got him.
Well, but from my understanding, China and Russia and the United States have all, at one point or another throughout the last 30 years or so, played around over there in Venezuela. I think we had a company over there. I think it's called Citco, right? This company called Citco. I did a show on this. So there's a company called Citco that was stood up in Venezuela with American back interest, but Donald Trump, he has shareholders on that board. And so if Citco is able to land a contract in Venezuela, him and his shareholders directly benefit from that.
Okay. But my question is this: would you want China and them to get it and be like, "Hey, we don't want that money in dollars"?
I would rather the American people got it.
All right,
I don't
cool.
want it going to Donald Trump's shareholders, because that's not helping my son get free college tuition. That's not helping no roads, no bridges. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna show you a little video, man. And I want to have you speak on this video, because there are some things that I found to be very interesting. And yeah, we're gonna run that. Go ahead and rap for a minute, man. Let me pull this video up. This the remix with Cali Dre. Bayou Black, you still with us, man?
I'm still here, bro.
Okay. Go ahead and give me your piece, man, on what's going on with Argentina and why you think that was such a good move.
Oh yeah, like I told you, bro. It's controlling all. These are chess moves, strategic chess. Like it's like Venezuela holds the most. It's not even the good oil. It's the crude black shit. But if you can break it down, which the U.S. is one of the technologies that can break that thick ass oil down, that helps. You send the money out. Hey, look, China, I got no problem with you getting oil from Venezuela. But what you're gonna have to do is take them bricks, convert them bitches to dollars, and then buy it.
Okay.
That's what I think that's all about. That's my big the money. Because the U.S. got some, but Canada got more than us. If we really look at it, Canada got more resources than us.
You think Canada got more resources than us?
Yeah, fucking right. For us, I looked it up. Canada got more than this. But with this acquisition right here, it puts the U.S. at the fucking top of the food chain, taking Venezuela's. Venezuela has the most in the world.
Salute to everybody that's rocking, man. This the remix with Cali Dre. It's Toya Baby. Salute. You know what I'm saying? What we got? Damn you. Hey, Lady Snoop, salute. I appreciate it. Hey, subscribe to the channel, man. Stay tapped in with me. You know what I mean? I'm going to tap in with you. You know what I mean? But yeah, this the remix with Cali Dre, man. We just having a little political discussion on Dr. King Day, man. I got my right-leaning friend Bayou Black here. You know what I mean? Giving us the right-leaning perspective. You know what I mean? And you know, I'm gonna stand on what I stand on, leaning a little bit left. But yeah, man, we just chopping it up a little bit of politics, man. So let me ask you this, Black. And this, I think Trump's been in office about a year now. What kind of letter grade would you give Trump on his performance in this last 12 months?
I give him a C.
Give him a C plus.
C plus. It really enough yet to validate shit. Like it's like if he's done one thing as president is fucking exude, don't play with us. And that's what you want from your country, to be like, all right, man, we'll go over there and kick your fucking. No, you won't do that here. We will come to you. You see the true dominance of our military now. Man, look, we got weapons you ain't never fucking heard of. Planes and shit these kids ain't never seen in life before. Like, we would shake some shit up to the point Europe had to go to Greenland and be like, hey, we need to come over here before they come take this bitch. Man, look, you really can't take this shit. But my question is this, Dre. When Putin took Crimea, what was said?
When Putin took Crimea, what was said?
What was said?
I don't know if it was a whole lot said at that time, because when Putin took Crimea, I think that the world, they didn't want to wrangle in a larger conflict. I think I think a lot of that, a couple of those places that Putin took,
the
larger part of the world accepted. Larger part of the world accepted. But here's what I will say, right? I think that Joe Biden's strategy to equip Ukraine to fight Russia and keep them off our NATO allies was a great strategy. And I think that was the correct strategy, because here's where we're at right now, right? The moves that Donald Trump is making, what he's trying to do by infuriating our allies, he's trying to break up NATO. And that's to the benefit of Russia and to a large part China. Let me put myself on the big screen when I give y'all this game right here, man. You know what I'm saying? So he's trying to break up NATO. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to break up NATO. And you can see that by his insistence on slapping tariffs on our allies, on belittling our allies, on not following through on agreements and things like that. So that plays to the advantage of Russia. Russia wants a weak NATO so that they can take over that whole region, Ukraine and all of the rest of those countries over there. That's Russia's ultimate bigger goal, and to destabilize us.
Okay.
And so Donald Trump's strategies, the current strategies and the playbook and plan he on right now is in furtherance of that. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's Toya Baby said that's not fact, or the non-fact perspective. I think she was talking about you when she said that. The non-fact perspective. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I think she talking about you when she said that. Let me know if you want to jump up here, Toya, man. This the remix with Cali Dre. We just rocking out. Got my boy Bayou Black in the building, man. You know, we're going to get to this little political one, too. I got this video, man. I actually want, well, now that you in here, Black, I'm going to run this video, and I want you to, we're going to get into a little bit more dialogue about this whole political situation we in this country, man. Let's get to it, man. This the remix with Cali Dre, man. Get the likes up. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me, man.
Donald Trump is getting booed at multiple stadiums across the world on the same day. Stadiums, plural. From London to New Jersey, Donald Trump and his despicable regime are getting booed by packed arenas. Let me take you to the O2 Arena in London, where during an NBA game there, during the national anthem, the Trump regime was booed. A member of the audience said, "Leave Greenland alone." And then the crowd erupted into applause over "Leave Greenland alone." And the people were absolutely pissed at the playing of the national anthem. Let me show you what takes place in London as Donald Trump continues to threaten the Western Hemisphere and the rest of the world. Play this clip.
Get the likes up. Oh shit. Hold up. Hold up. So what's this? Let's talk some Greenland real quick. What is this whole infatuation with Greenland, man? You know what I'm saying? Can you explain that to me? You know what that's all about?
Hey, factually, I can't say.
Oh, it's low. The video low? Okay, let me see. Go ahead, bro. You got it.
Oh, I can't really speak on it. I'm just pretty sure it was something that was talked about and rumored when he ran for election. And if it was that big a problem not to acquire, people could have came to the voting booths and said, "Hey, I don't agree with that." But now that the rubber's met the road and we're to the point to where we're opening some of these doors we talked about, you're seeing some of the people that didn't agree with that, they're free to do that. They're opinionated and they can say whatever they want. That's what I've been working on. So I used to take it personal when I couldn't meet eye to eye with someone. But what I had to understand was like, that's the great thing about America is like, we could just agree to disagree and keep moving. So if my thing is this, if you can't do anything about Greenland but talk, what are you really doing? You're just part of the confusion.
Listen, man. Let me say this, bro. Let me say this. You know what I'm talking about? Let me see if I can. Let's do this, right? Here's how I feel about this whole Greenland shit, right? Listen. We need to be worried about the motherfucking Greenland here in America, okay? We need to be getting more Greenland here in America, bro. I need more green in my pocket. We need to be growing more marijuana trees, more leaves, man. It's a lot of Greenland we could be doing here. And again, his focus on trying to take over other countries, like America we're not good at nation building, bro. The lessons of Iraq, Afghanistan tell you that we good at pulling up and tearing up shit. But trying to build your nation back to something that's sustainable, nah, we don't do that. And so that's the danger in a lot of these conversations. And you get people who are uninformed, they get riled up and they think, yeah, we're gonna take Greenland, we're gonna take Cuba. But like, nah. that shit ain't gonna play, bro. And at a certain point, that plan is gonna backfire. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, that's just kind of my take on it, man. Let's watch a little bit more of this video, man. This the remix with Cali Dre. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. You know what I mean? Let me got my boy Bayou Black in the building. We're gonna tap in with a little bit more of this video because it's a few points down the road I want to hit. And let's get to it. Let me know if y'all can hear the video.
Now, from a packed house at the O2 Arena in London, let me bring you to a music festival in New Jersey that just took place, where Bruce Springsteen spoke out against Donald Trump and his despicable regime and the ICE and Border Patrol Gestapo. Bruce Springsteen said, "If you believe that America should still exist as a democracy, you shouldn't be murdered for exercising your First Amendment right to protest." Watch Springsteen speak to the packed crowd, who all erupt in applause at Springsteen and anger against the despicable Trump regime. Play this clip.
If you believe in the power of the law and
That link is in the chat, Toy.
you stand against heavily armed mass federal troops invading an American city, using the stop tactics against our fellow citizens. If you believe you don't deserve to be murdered for exercising your American right, send a message to this president. As the mayor of that city has said, ICE should get the fuck out of here.
Let's go. Hey, listen. If you listen, you don't gotta listen to me. You don't gotta listen to me. Listen to Bruce fucking Springsteen, bruh. He telling you what it is right there. That's an American motherfucking legend right there, man. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to Cali Dre. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Yeah, that's what y'all tell me on the TikTok MAGA mongrels. Y'all be telling me that shit all the time. Don't listen to me. Listen to Bruce fucking Springsteen, man. Listen, we got it's Toya Baby in the building, man. Salute to you, Toya. What's going on with you, man?
Salute, Callie. Hey, Bloody Black. Salute to the chat. You had asked the question about Greenland, and yesterday I was talking about Greenland in my live. But the
Okay.
thing with Greenland sits in a very strategic spot between U.S. and Europe and Russia. The U.S.
Okay.
already has a military base there, space base, formerly Thule. It's a key missile defense, space tracking, and watching Russia and China in the Arctic. Trump's whole
Okay.
thing is strength and dominance, and Greenland fits that mind space. Arctic resources. As ice melts, Greenland opens up. And they just had a big ass iceberg like the day before yesterday. It's been stuck to the ground for like thousands of years, and it just melted and separated from the ground. So it's kind of moving along the ocean. So climate control plays a big part in that shit. So everything is melting around Greenland, and it opens up access to rare earth materials that we use in phones, oils, and natural gases. Trump sees it like a real estate thing to buy
Okay.
now and profit later. Blocking China and Russia. China has been sniffing around the Arctic trying to invest and gain influence. Trump hates that. Buying Greenland keeps rivals out.
Okay.
Empire
Okay.
style thinking. This is very brand of Trump. He's very okay. So basically, it's about control of that region right there. He can keep an eye on Russia. He can keep an eye on China or whatever. But the thing with Greenland is a part. They are our allies. So what he's trying to do is just be like, yeah, we about to go over there and we just about to occupy it so we can keep an eye on Russia. But Greenland ain't asking for the U.S. to come over there. So that's why it's kind
Right.
of like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Like they not asking for us to come, and you can't just really just go over there and say we finna take over y'all shit. He got
Right.
on national TV and said, just because a boat land came to your land, that doesn't mean it's yours. But that's the same thing that happened in America. A boat landed here, and y'all took that shit from the natives, and y'all saying it's y'all's. You know what I
Right.
mean? So
Most definitely.
that's the
Most
whole
definitely.
thing with Greenland. That's the whole shit show with Greenland.
I appreciate that, man. And let me know. Do you support what's going on with the current administration, Toya?
Absolutely not.
Okay. So
Absolutely not.
what are some of the things that are hard for you to watch?
I feel like seeing people get ripped from their families, people that are legal immigrants that came here legally, I seeing them getting ripped from their families and mistreated in the middle of the street, that shit is not cool. You know what I mean? And it brings me back to a time that our ancestors had to go through something similar. You know, we read
Right.
the diary of Anne. We had to study the diary of Anne Frank. So it kind of just looking at some of my friends cheer this shit on. It's like you the type of motherfucker I would have had to hide Anne Frank from your ass. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
I don't,
Absolutely.
you know. So it's just to me, this administration is exposing the hate that lives in people already. You know what I mean? The hate is already there. This shit just kind of uh magnetizing it. You know what I mean?
Most
So
definitely.
I feel like it's chaos and lawlessness going on.
Most definitely. Most definitely. Let's tap in with this video. This is the remix with Kelly Drake, man. Let's get a little bit of this. I want to get y'all commentary on it. All right. Let me know if you guys can hear the video too. If y'all can't hear the video, let me know.
It's low, Callie.
It's low.
By the
Ah,
way,
damn.
to a typical appearance by former President
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Let me get the audio right. Bayou Black, you still with me, my brother?
I'm present.
You present? All right. For sure, man. Okay. So being a military veteran and coming back home and looking at the country right now, you know what I'm saying? Give me like 3 things that you support that the Trump administration is doing right now.
All right. I think he's making it more accessible for veterans coming home who going through issues that wasn't priorities for other administrations. Like it's
Okay.
easier now to get help if you seek it.
What you mean by that? If I'm seeking help, I can get some help. I need a
Yeah,
lot of help. Hit that cash app. Shit, hit the cash app, man. You know what I'm saying? I need some help around this motherfucker. But
right. Because first off, it wasn't that easy to get help said once you got out, which led to you
okay.
see a lot of veterans going through certain situations and stuff like that. But I
Okay.
think now it's more accessible to get on the phone, call a number, and get somebody to really reach out to you. Like I think that's one. The next one will be like you say, the strength. I if you're gonna be on the team, I want to be on the team that's got some dominance. I'm not trying
Okay.
to be on the Cleveland Browns. I want to be on the Super Bowl Eagles or something like that. Like I want to be able to boast my chest. You don't hear people coming up here, oh, I'm North Korean. They don't do that. I'm American, baby, and you that should speak for itself. And the
Okay.
third thing, bro, we argued about the healthcare, but in the last 7 to 12 days, I've seen 3 people who've been in the hospital for serious shit. And they said this is by far the best overall visits they've ever had in their life. From the fucking food, the technology with them using cameras and smaller tools and stuff like that to work now. It's yeah, it costs more, but with the technology and the quality of stuff you're getting, it adds up. And I know a lot of people was talking about the price of that now. So I went and talked to people who are paying right now who just had them services. So they might have had a insurance of $17. So it might cost them now $170. And I'm like, for $170, the quality that you got from that place, did it fit? She was like, I should have paid more. I was like, damn. She was like, I talked a lot of stuff about Trump, but just going through that hip, it wasn't all bad. She was starting to be like, well, damn, it
Okay.
really wasn't that bad for that extra 100.
Okay. Okay. Let me play a little bit of this video, man. This the remix with Kelly Drake. Tell me what you think about this.
federal spending up ridiculous. All prices across the board are going up like crazy. I mean, you see this right here, as the Kobayashi report explains. The average price of ground beef in the U.S. is now up to a record $6.67 per pound. Prices have surged 72% since January 2020. Also, chicken breast prices have risen 36%. Coffee prices have surged 52%. All other food categories, sugar, sweets, fats, oil, snacks, prepared meals up 31%, but it's all all good, y'all. Be calm.
So what you think about that, man? What you think about some of those statistics that he just rambled off right there about the grocery and food prices being up? This the remix with Cali Dre, man.
Okay. Now, I'm gonna tell you this. All right, we got chicken and burgers being sold all day and all night around the world.
Okay.
Do we have enough supply for what people are asking for? I say no. So
Okay.
at that point, they implemented where you can get the cloned or GMO or 3D printed meat now for the price. I felt like life is at a point now you're gonna get the quality of shit that you pay for. So true, just because in the 90s and 2000s stuff was $3.26 for a fucking roll of ground meat, $6 to $10 won't kill you.
Okay. Okay.
I
All
just
right.
look at it like that, like shit changes. When gas prices was extremely high, what we did, you either got the gas or you sat your ass down. Either we eating burgers tonight or we eating tofu. It's just different choices you gotta make.
Okay, that makes sense, man. Let me play this video for you right here, man. Give me let me know what you think about this video right here, man. It's the remix with Kelly Dre. I got Bayou Black with me, right leaning, you know what I mean, giving us that right leaning perspective. Definitely appreciate, you know, what he adding to the channel, man. Make sure y'all get the likes up, man. Everybody that's follow me right now on YouTube, on Twitch, you know what I'm saying, Instagram, that TikTok MAGA Mongrel mob over there, you know what I'm saying? All y'all tap in with me, man. Let me know where y'all viewing from, man. What city, what state, what project, what borough, you know what I'm saying? What country, what continent, you know what I mean? Let me know, man. Tap in with me. I'm gonna tap in with you. But we gonna watch this video right here. Want to get Bayou Black's comments on this reporting right here. This the remix with Cali Dre.
Meanwhile, President Donald Trump's push to take over Greenland escalates into a trade dispute that's sparking anger across Europe. Trump says starting February 1st, he will impose 10% tariffs on NATO allies that have sent military forces into Greenland. Now, that list includes Denmark, France, Finland, Germany, and the Netherlands, Norway, Sweden, and the UK.
All right, let me pause the video right there. So 10% tariffs on all of these European allies.
Right.
Are you in support of that strategy right there?
You damn Skippy. For the simple fact, Drake, we've been big brothering them to where Russia and China, nobody else come fuck with them because they know we the big brother. Now you get to a point you don't like what the big brother's saying, so hey, we're gonna come together and say fuck what you saying, which that's fine. If you didn't learn from us to come together to make a bigger power, kudos. Now we finna show you the legal ramifications of when you want to play big. Your country's already struggling financially.
Okay.
10% gonna send them people in the uproar. All right, they tax us right now. We're gonna pay it and talk a little shit. It's cool. It's gonna piss us off. You tax them over there, they're gonna start ranting and raving and ready to burn that bitch down like they doing Iran.
Okay, so
Iran,
let's oh go ahead. Finish what you're saying.
one American dollar in Iran is damn near $1 million in Iran right now. That's how fucking shitty they dollar is. It's
All right,
a
let me ask you, let me jump in and let me ask you this question, right? So so do you agree with the tariff policy that the Trump administration has implemented overall?
it's better than me putting my hands on you. Like
Okay, so
we could clearly go the big boy route and hey, I could just pull a Russian. Look, if I really didn't like what you said, I'll bomb you till you don't fucking exist no more. But to do it on the diplomat stage, hey man, we can kind of produce our own shit over here. Even though you're selling that to our people over here, I'm gonna get a little cut out your pie now. You're not gonna get your full 100%. So back to what you're saying. So that 50K that they getting, instead of them getting back 40, you get back 29 now.
okay, so here's my problem. Here's my ultimate problem with tariffs, right? Tariffs, you know, have been used in the past as a strategy, a short-term strategy, but not as a long-term policy. And here's why. A tariff implemented on one country to another country each country is pretty much making the rules on how that is being handled, right? So both the country that's getting the tariff, they're going to pass that down to the business,
Right.
right?
And they're gonna pass it down to the consumer.
The business is going to exactly pass it down to the consumer.
So that's what I'm telling you.
So
Once
hold
they
on,
people
hold on. Let me lay this out so the people can understand, right? This the remix with Kelly Dre. That being said, that 10% tax or 25% tax is going to ultimately land on the consumer at the cash register. And so that's it's funny math, right? If you're collecting money in the front end based off of charging someone a higher price, right? But on the back end, when the people at your store have to go and shop around and they have to go buy their goods, they're getting hit with with that tax that you push down. So is it really a win? Is my question, because I don't see tariffs as a winning strategy.
Me personally, what's your definition of winning? Like, what would you call a win?
I would call a win money being added to Americans' bank accounts and not being subtracted from Americans' bank accounts. That's what I would call a win.
All right, cool. And at that point, I couldn't break it down enough to where it would even work for you to understand. It's not going to work. It's not going to match what you just said you're looking for from the
Exactly,
response that I'm
because it's
making.
not driven to help Americans. It's not
Okay.
driven to help the American consumer.
I
And
got
that's
one
the
question for
problem
you.
that I have with the entire strategy. If that's his job is
What
to look
strategy?
out for the interest. Hold on. That's his job, to look out for the interests of the American people. And so if one of his policies does not do that, then that's, to me, is a problem. But go ahead.
Okay. Now, just because we can't see it doesn't mean it doesn't benefit someone else that's in America. But my big question was this: what policy would you implement?
I wouldn't implement a tariff policy. I wouldn't be trying to strong arm our allies. I would be handling real problems that are facing the American people. Prices going up everywhere, right? Safety, you know what I mean? There's a ton of problems here in America. Our roads, our bridges, our infrastructure, the aesthetics of this country. If you go to certain countries, Dubai, if you go to other countries, their countries look like tech centers, like Apple stores on steroids. And I know where you live at, and I know where I live at, and it don't look shit like that. And here's let me put it into you in perspective like this, man. This the remix with Kelly Dre. Let me break this down with y'all, man. Andrew Yang, and I speak on this all the time because I think it is so important. Andrew Yang ran a campaign a few years ago, and one of his primary messages was every American can have a $2,000 a month stipend if he becomes president. What that told me was that there is enough money in this country for everybody to get, all 350 plus million of us, to get $2,000 a month. And that's just less than 1% of the overall American budget. So that lets you know, just put in perspective how many resources and how much wealth this country truly has. So it's not about do we have the money or not. That's the argument that the right sells a lot. We don't have the money. We have the money. It's what is your agenda doing with the money? And so that's where I have the ultimate problem, because I don't think tariffs is a long-term win for American citizens. It's not putting money in American citizens' pockets. It's taking money out of their pockets. And you're saying, oh, there may be one or two Americans that are benefiting from this, but that's the problem with the system. There's too many scenarios where one or two Americans are benefiting and not the rest of the 350 million Americans that need that benefit. So I'm going to let you go ahead and respond to that, man. This is the remix with Kelly J. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. Go ahead, fam.
All right. The first thing I want to do with Andrew Yang, you know why his plan didn't work to give everyone $2,000? Because he was going to have to go wipe money from the whole fucking board and start over. What do you need Section 8 and food stamps for if we're giving you $2,000 a month now? Yeah.
What do you mean?
That plan would have cut the Social Security. It would have done everything. Yeah.
No, it would not have. It would not have disrupted any current services. It would not have. Trust me, bro. I was very much tuned in to Andrew Yang's message. It wasn't
Trust me,
going to.
I was
It
a
was
big
not going
Andrew
to
Younger
tax or
myself.
cut
I'm
any.
telling you.
Hold on. It wasn't going to tax or cut any current services. It wasn't going to be any additional taxes on any American people. This is money that we already have in combination with his tax policy to make wealthier people pay their fair share, right? Those two things, directing the money to the people, was all he was doing. It wasn't going to be any extra tax on people. We weren't losing any services as a result of this. And this is one of the messages. Again, if you watch the remix with Kelly Dre, I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? But this is one of the messages that I say a lot, right? Which is, it's not a zero sum game, right? A lot of these politicians will sell you, in order for you to win, that other person has to lose. But what Andrew Yang's campaign taught me is that we have enough money for everyone to win and for nobody to really lose. But it's a matter of which lobby has the power to direct the money that's supposed to be going in your pocket into their pocket. And that's all this shit is about, bro. Like, at the end of the day, that's all this shit is about. But go ahead, man. I'm gonna actually run a little bit more of this video, man. This the remix with Kelly Dre. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Let's get to it, man.
You have a good one, bro.
All right, fam.
Good.
He says they will stay in place until the U.S. reached a deal to take over Greenland. Now, in a message to the Norwegian Prime Minister, Trump tied his push for Greenland to missing out on the Nobel Peace Prize. The message reads in part, quote, "Considering your country decided not to give me the Nobel Peace Prize for having stopped 8 wars, plus I no longer feel an obligation to think purely of peace." Now, EU ambassadors yesterday.
Now, that statement right there, it definitely should be taken with a grain of salt, man, because Trump hasn't stopped 8 wars. And I appreciate Bayou Black, man, for tapping in with me, man. I appreciate Toya for tapping in with me. Go follow both of their channels, man. Both subscribe to both of their platforms. And you'll probably be seeing a lot more of both of them on my channel as well, because they definitely have strong opinions, and they are very knowledgeable about the things that concern their party and the way that they lean. So I like to not only give you my voice, but I'm gonna give y'all a bunch of different voices, man. We're gonna run some interviews. I got a bunch of stuff planned for y'all, man. But right now, man, we just tapping in, taking it light, man. I'm about to actually get ready to go watch this national championship in a minute, man. So this is about to be the last story, but I want to continue this video because I think it's a few more gems in here I want to talk about. But Trump ain't stopped no 8 wars, bro. Let's just cut all that shit out, bro. He damn near about to start 8 wars if you add up all the countries that he's threatening to go invade and take over. And that's a fact, man. That's the remix with Kelly Dre. I appreciate y'all for rocking. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the Cash App. Get the likes up, man. Let's go.
Held an emergency meeting to discuss their response to Trump's tariff threats, which some leaders called blackmail. One option on the table, a powerful economic countermeasure dubbed the trade bazooka. So let's bring in Philip Luck.
So basically, the gist of this video is Trump and his tariff policies are pissing off the Europeans, and they're banding together to put together what's called a trade bazooka. So let's get a little bit of information on what this is, and I'm gonna let y'all go, man. This is the remix with Kelly Dre. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me, man. Salute to y'all.
Program director and Scholl chair in the international business. Philip, what exactly is the trade bazooka? What is it? And if the EU goes through with it, what could it mean for the U.S.?
Yeah, this bazooka is the anti-coercion instrument, which the EU adopted in 2023, actually in part because of trade tensions during the first Trump administration. What this basically you should think of as, it's a collective defense measure that if any one member state or the bloc as a whole is being coerced for diplomatic reasons, they can respond with tariffs, quotas, other measures to put economic pain back on the person that's coercing them. This is something that could certainly be used. The French have certainly advocated for this.
So basically, they're going to gang up on our ass, jack up the prices, and you are at the consumer are going to have to pay for that shit. I'm going to give y'all the long and short of it, bro, because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. So y'all got to decide, man, what kind of country y'all want to live in. You feel me? Like, it's all this shit going on. You know what I mean? Is all the uprising and all of the ICE harassment and confrontations, is all that worth it? Like, or do y'all feel like we a safer, better country with more prosperity and more rights and more liberation and sunshine and pie in the sky and all that shit? Like, that ain't what I see. You know what I'm saying? So, we're gonna keep rocking, man. We're gonna keep trying to get closer to that perfect union, as Obama used to say, man. You know what I'm saying? We can't let the perfect be the enemy of the good. And I'm a firm believer of that. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't gonna always agree eye to eye, you know what I mean? We all different, but I think there's a lot of common ground that we could get to that we don't get to, just because, you know, for lack of a better word, man, everybody's just a bunch of spoiled ass, entitled ass motherfuckers, man. And we got to work on that, me included. You know what I'm saying? I like to get it my way too. You know what I'm saying? Just like everybody else, man. But, a good deal is when neither side is happy with the deal for the most part. Everybody's kind of getting something, but not everything. And so I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, if you okay with that, man, keep rocking with me, keep tapping in. This the Remix with Cali Dre. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Subscribe to me on YouTube, Instagram, Twitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm everywhere, man. Appreciate y'all. TikTok, MAGA Mind Grows. I'm on y'all ass tonight too, man. Finna load these clips and we finna get to it. You know what I mean? I'll be going live on TikTok pretty soon too. I think they just told me I could go live on TikTok now, so I'm gonna start doing that, man, and check out what that look like. I'm just testing a few things out, man, but y'all gonna see me, man. I'm not going nowhere. We got a bunch of stuff we're gonna break down. We're gonna stay in the politics too, man, and hopefully try to elevate, you know what I'm saying, what's going on out here. But, we're gonna get into some bullshit too, man. We're gonna get into, some entertainment, some, talk to a couple, street legends, hood all-stars, players, hustlers, shot callers, ballers, anybody I can get my hands on. I think it's gonna be a good story for y'all, man. We're gonna run it, you know what I'm saying? But I'm finna go watch this game, man. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. Keep tapping in with me. This the Remix with Cali Dre, man. Salute to y'all, and I'm out, man.